Alright guys, Gavin here. Today I'm going to bring you guys a little bit of a feature match between my friend and I. This is just a casual duel, nothing competitive. But I'm playing ABCs and he's playing a Mathmech deck. So yeah, this was a super interesting game that we had. A round of 3. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go start commentating over this match and hope you guys enjoy. So my opponent is going to start with the Signet Mining. Unfortunately, we do lose rock, paper, scissors, and he goes first. And that's unfortunate because this deck really does like to go first because it does tend to struggle going second against boards full of negates. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and use Signet Mining to pitch the Sigma to the grave and grab the Diameter from his deck. Then he's going to normal summon the Balancer Lord and use the Balancer Lord's effect to pay 1,000 life points to normal summon the Diameter in addition to his first normal summon. So he's going to use the Diameter to bring back the Sigma from the graveyard. And he's going to overlay an Ixie summon into Alimbertian. And he's going to use Alimbertian's effect to detach 2, to add a Mathmech card from his deck to his hand, and the one he's going to choose is the Super Factorial. From there, he is going to go ahead and use the second effect of Alimbertian to pitch that one to the grave and special summon out the Sigma. Then he's going to use Mathmech Subtraction to decrease the attack of Sigma by 1,000 to special summon Subtraction in defense mode. And he is going to go ahead and link those off into Splash Mage. Use Splash Mage's effect to resurrect the Subtraction from the grave. Link 3 into the Transcode Talker. And use Transcode Talker's effect to resurrect the Splash Mage from the graveyard. And he's going to set the Super Factorial and pass the turn over to me. So to start, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Feather Duster just to get rid of the back row, make him activate it immediately. And he's going to go ahead and special summon out the 3 level 4s from his graveyard and overlay them into the Laplacian. And this is really unfortunate for me because he does end up targeting the Terraforming, which I was really excited to use. I was really excited to go into the Union Hangar so I could actually get my plays going, but now I'm kind of up a creek without a paddle, so I'm going to just go ahead and normal summon the Silver Gadget to summon the Gold Gadget to special summon the C from my hand. And I'm going to go ahead and link into the Union Carrier, and I'm going to use C's effect to special summon the Driver from my hand. And so I'm going to go and enter battle phase and beat over what I can. My opponent is going to take 6,300 from, or it's going to go down to 6,300 from that exchange. And my only hope here is to go into IP Max Garena so I can go into Avermax next turn because I can't use Union Hanger or Union Carrier as link material. So I'm going to go ahead and my opponent lets me go ahead and link summon into Avermax during his main phase. Unfortunately, I have to do this during the main phase because IP Masquerade has to be done during main phase. So I have the Avermax and I was like, okay, how is he going to deal with this? But he, unfortunately, if you were looking at his hand, does have the triple tactics talent. And as much protection as Avermax has, he does not have protection from triple tactical talents because it does not target. So yeah, it goes over to his side of the field, and at this point it's pretty much curtains for me because yeah, I got nothing in my hand, I got nothing on the field, I got nothing in my graveyard to help me. He has 7,300 on board right now, then he goes over my 8,000 life points, so yeah, this is just going to be overkill, and yeah, it's going to be the end of game 1. It's a sad loss for your boy. Got a little bit unlucky there by him discarding the Terraforming. I was really bummed about that. I don't know. I think this game would have been a lot different if that didn't happen. And he also had the triple tactics talent, which screwed me over. Because I don't know if his deck actually has a way to beat over the Avermax. But anyways, going into game 2, I am definitely taking first this time around because this deck needs to go first. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Union Hanger. But he's going to go ahead and then Ash the Union Hanger search effect, if that's okay, because I have a pretty good hand otherwise. So I'm going to normal summon the B, use the Union Hanger's effect to equip the C onto it, use Transmodify to get out the Galaxy Soldier, and I'm going to chain this in such a way that I'm going to chain the Galaxy Soldier last, the B second, and the C first. I'm gonna add this to my hand with the B and then special summon it with the C. And then I'm going to get the Galaxy Soldiers onto the board by discarding the Heavy Mech. I'm going to go ahead and go into Infinity. Banish my pieces. And get my ABC Dragon Buster onto board. So to start his turn, he's going to go ahead and just pop my spells, which is fine. He's going to summon the Sigma. And special summon the Subtraction, but I'm going to negate that one. So I don't want him getting more stuff on the board, but he has another triple tactics talent. And at this point, I really don't want to risk losing the ABC Dragon Buster to his field. So like, if he were to steal it and use it as some kind of material, then I would be in a really rough spot because I need to get these things back. So I go ahead and banish it, and use its, or tribute it, and use its effect to get my pieces back. And so the tactics resolves. He steals the C and uses it as synchro material to go into the Mathmech Magma. And he's going to go ahead and go into battle phase and attack over the A. And then this thing has the effect when it destroys something by battle, it can pop 2 of my cards on my field. And since I've already used Infinity, I do not have a negate for that, so these things are going to go bye-bye into the graveyard and my board is cleared. But I can grab the Heavy Mech Support Armor with the A Assault Core. And then I try and grab the B, but I guess I acted too fast because he does have the Ash. So I have to put that back and shuffle my deck again. So now he's going to go ahead and go into his main phase 2, bring this thing back, and special summon into the final Sigma, which is one beast of a monster, but not something that this deck can't deal with because we do have the Avermax. So he's going to put that onto the board and pass the turn over to me. So this thing is unaffected by card effects, except for Mathmech, and obviously I don't have any Mathmech in my deck. So yeah, it's just unaffected by card effects. So I'm going to activate the Union Hanger, grab a C, and then normal summon the Heavy Mech Support Armor, put the driver onto the board by using the Hanger effect, revive the C from my graveyard with the Heavy Mech Support Armor, banish this thing to swap it out for the other C, use C's effect to special summon C, and from here I'm going to link into the Barricade board blocker. So I can't go into Platinum Gadget. I've already used my no, I haven't used Union Hanger. I can't go into Platinum Gadget or Union Hanger because I need to make Avermax this turn. So yeah, I just have to go into Barricade board blocker. I don't bother discarding anything, and I use the C to bring out the other C, and then I go ahead and link those two into the IP Masquerena and use the C effect to special summon the B, and then make Avermax, banish my pieces to get the ABC onto the board, and attack into the final Sigma for 3,000 damage, because this thing gains the amount of attack equal to this thing's attack, so it's going to gain 3,000 attack. And then I didn't show it, but I mean, we were on a voice call, so we were talking, so that's why like we don't really have to use the chat. So I swing in for 4,500 damage with these two. Next play. So going into his turn, he draws the Sign It Mining. He summons the Diameter and revives the Subtraction. Then he goes ahead and overlays into Alimbertian, which has 2 materials, so he can search his deck for a Mathmech card. And I'm going to go ahead and use the ABC's effect before anything funny happens to it, because yeah, this thing definitely needs to resolve so you can get your pieces back, because otherwise you're just up a creek without a paddle. So he's going to go ahead and activate the equation, bring back the final Sigma, but he does not have a way to get over Avermax, so he forfeits, and I take the second game. So yeah, we're 1-1 now, and we're looking forward to an exciting third game, sorry. So he's going to choose to go first. So yeah, I know I was going second this game, and I sided some going second cards in, but I didn't get any of them. So I am not I guess less than thrilled with my hand right here. I mean, I have the Ash, but I don't have to use it. And then I draw the Union Hanger, which was awesome. But yeah, as you can see, he has the Ash Blossom in hand. So I start with the Cosmic Cyclone. I forget to pay the cost up front, but yeah, I remember to do that. And then, so I go ahead and activate the Union Hanger. And I pray for no Ash, but he does have the Ash. So yeah, I can't do anything here with grabbing any of the pieces. So I go ahead and use Galaxy Soldier's effect to special summon himself and grab the other Galaxy Soldier from my deck. And from here, I discard the Union Driver to special summon the Galaxy Soldier. And at this point, he's going to activate Dimension Barrier, which is interesting. So he calls Xyz, and I can't make Infinity now. So I go ahead and make the Union Carrier, because that's the next best option. And so from here, I go ahead and get the Union Driver, then banish the Union Driver to get the B. And this is where I think I misplayed a little bit, because I definitely should have put a C here, because I wasn't going to be able to further my plays here at all, because I can't use this thing as link material. And it would be better to have the opposite of what I have right now. So it would be better to have the C here, or the C on the board, and the B in the spell and trap zone. So yeah, I misplayed a little bit there, but regardless, that's the play I'm going to have to live with. So yeah, we go ahead and go into battle phase. I do get a little bit of damage in here, not anything really too significant, and I pass the turn over to my opponent. So he's going to go ahead and use the Sign It Mining that he just drew, and I'm going to Ash it. But this Ash does cause him to be able to use the Triple Tactics talent. So he gets to draw 2, and he does draw 2 really nice cards off of that. So what he does is he brings back the Sigma using its effect, and then Subtraction he special summons from his hand, and then he makes a little mistake here, I guess, and he Ixie summons into the Alimbertian, and it has 2 materials, so he can go ahead and detach those 2 and add a Mathmech card from his deck to his hand. And what he's going to add is the Mathmech equation, which allows him to special summon a Mathmech from his graveyard, and he's going to go ahead and summon out the Sigma, which is going to allow him to go into Splash Mage. He's going to use Splash Mage effect to revive a Cyberse, chooses the Sigma again, and then he uses Microcoder to link summon. So you can use this thing from your hand if you're link summoning into a Code Talker monster, and he goes into Code Talker inverted. So yeah, he could go ahead and use this thing, and then he's going to go ahead and use the effect of the Microcoder to add the Sign It backdoor to his hand, which this thing is going to be the bane of my existence and the reason why I lose this game. I guess I just spoiled it. But yeah, this is where I kind of get my downfall right here. So he's going to go ahead and go into the Axis Code, I believe, at this point. No, he goes into the Transcode Talker, and he uses Transcode Talker to revive back the Code Talker inverted. So now he has the option to go into a Link 4, and the one he's going to go into is the Axis Code Talker. And now he has plenty of different types of different attributes in his grave to banish most of this, or to, yeah, he has plenty of different attributes in his grave to banish, so he can pop most of the stuff on my field. And this thing has the attack, or no, he makes a little mistake there. He accidentally sends it to the graveyard. This thing has, how much attack does it have? So he goes ahead and banishes the water attribute, he banishes the light attribute. He tries to pop my B, but he pops the C instead because C will just get destroyed before B gets destroyed. And then he pops the Union Carrier by banishing an Earth. So yeah, he banished 3 different attributes there, so very strong play on his part. And he's going to go ahead and beat over the B, so that's going to be, so it has 6,300 attack points right now, which is just so much. Yeah, so I'm going to use B's effect to make sure I grab the heavy mech support armor for my deck. And now it's going to be my turn. And I draw an Upstart Goblin. I go ahead and use the Upstart Goblin because why not? I just need to dig through my deck a little bit. Give him 1,000 life points. Draw the B, which doesn't really help me here. It's just another card that I can use as discard fodder. So I grab the B from my graveyard and link into the Platinum Gadget because I'm still missing a Assault Core here. So I definitely need to get that out of my deck and onto the field so I can go into the ABC. Because this thing has 6,300 attack, and I am not getting over this thing. So I go into ABC. I use ABC's effect to target this thing so I can banish it. But before I am able to do that, he uses the Sign It Backdoor. So he banishes it with Sign It Backdoor and adds the Mathmech Diameter to his hand. And I go ahead and go into battle phase and swing in for 3,000 plus 1,600. So he goes ahead and takes 4,600. So going into his turn, he does draw the Sign It Mining again. And during standby phase, he Sign It Backdoor will bring this thing back. So this thing now, it's only at 2,300 attack, so it's not super dangerous, but I do activate the ABC here and bring out my pieces once again before anything bad happens to my ABC Dragon Buster. I'm not super familiar with this deck that he's playing, so yeah, I'm just playing it a little bit safe. Maybe too safe, I don't know. This just trying to get my pieces back on the board because that really needs to happen or else you just lose hard. So he's going to go ahead and summon this thing and use its effect to revive the Subtraction from the graveyard and also revive the Sigma. So he's going to go ahead and Synchro into his boss monster, Mathmech Final Sigma. This thing was a non-tuner because, yeah, you can treat this thing as a non-tutor when you synchro it for a Mathmech card. So he had the one tuner, this non-tuner, this tuner, and the Sigma on the field. So yeah, he goes ahead and goes into this thing, which unfortunately Platinum Gadget has no choice but to be in attack mode. So he's going to move into battle phase, attack that thing. Normally I would take 1,400, but this thing does double battle damage, so I take 2,800 and I'm only at 2,200 life point. So I do lose this game. I do lose the whole match, unfortunately. This was a really close one, but I had a lot of fun. That's what matters. That's what Yu-Gi-Oh's really about for me just having fun. You know, there's a time and place for competitive, but every once in a while you gotta just enjoy the older decks and the more casual strategies that you can just play with your friend and just have some fun. So that's exactly what we did here. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. This deck is really fun to play. It's not, as you can see, it's not the strongest deck. It does need some help, and I'm going to continue experimenting with it, but I'm definitely going to experiment with other decks in the future as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed once again. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. And with that, I'm just going to leave you with peace out and a goodbye.